You guys can save yours. Okay, again, I have already did my drawing inside of Windows Paint. I'm going to go underneath the Save option under File, Save As. I can save under as PNG, JPEG, BMP, or GIF. I'm going to choose JPEG for this option. I'm just going to put it on my desktop for now, and I'm going to call it College for Kids. And you can put the .jpg at the end if you want. I tend to put it on there just so to make sure that my extension is there. Okay, let's go make a newsletter in Microsoft Word. Make a newsletter in Microsoft. So I'm going to quit this Paint program, practice it. It could be fun. I don't know. You can find Microsoft Word located under your Start menu. Again, we're using Word 2013. Today we're just going to start with a blank one. Don't try these templates. They're kind of hard to manipulate unless you really want to use a template that looks the way that you want it. It's easy to use a template if you want to make it look like that. But manipulating them, I find rather difficult, as you saw last class, right? Remember that? It was pain and suffering. So I'm going to start with a blank one. So make sure you start with a blank Microsoft Word. I'll come around, make sure you're ready to start. Make sure you're ready to start. You guys ready to start your newsletter? So just finish the newsletter in class today and then turn it in to get credit. That way you can spend the weekend watching the Sharks or Warriors or somebody else.
Okay.
Before we start, we might want to talk about certain aspects of our document. One aspect might be the margins. Okay? Margins, of course, are the edges of your paper. The reason why documents like this have margins is because the printer over there, like the laser printer over there, will not go all the way to the edge of the paper. Okay? If the ink or the color goes all the way to the edge of the paper, we refer to that as a bleed. A bleed, a term that refers to color going all the way to the edge of the bleed. The printer can't do that. It needs a little bit on the edge. But certain printers can do that. Or what they do is they print it and then they cut it to the edge. It's referred to as a bleed. So margins are important to your document. In addition, you can use margins to make sure that the text is centered, whatever. So inside of Word, there's a variety of ways that you can change things before you start. Okay, you have themes. Let's not go over a theme right now, but I'm going to go to page layout where it says page layout. Okay, page layout. And inside of page layout, you'll notice there's one that says margins over here on the left side. If I click on that, you can see I have a variety of different pre-made ones, or you can do what's called custom margins at the bottom. So if you want 1 inch all the way around, you can say normal, and that's probably what it's set at right now, normal. Or you can do narrow, which is 1/2 inch around. Notice how the cursor, that little insert bar, it's called an insert bar, I guess you would call it, moved a little. Did you see it move a little? And we got 1.5. We got 2 inches. Ooh, that's a big one. Mirror is if you have multiple documents, one on the other, if you're doing facing documents like this. Okay, and what is it for the MLA formatting? I think it is 1 inch. I don't remember. We'll do that next week. We'll make sure you know how to do all the MLA formatting because your paper needs to be in MLA formatting. Do you want to do narrow today? Let's do something a little bit different. I'm going to say narrow. If you want to type in your own margins, you can go to where it says custom margins, and then you can type in what you want here. What is a gutter? A gutter is like a column that would be in the middle. Like if you're doing two columns, the gutter is the space in between, the gutter. You can do landscape too if you want your newsletter to be wide instead of tall. Of course, you got portrait or letter, or landscape, I'm sorry. Portrait is like the letter format, landscape. Again, you can do multiple pages, or as you type in Microsoft Word, once you get to the bottom, it'll automatically make a new file, right? Okay. Paper, they give you different options of paper, right? Because the paper in Europe's a different size, right? Maybe. If you go to Europe, you'll notice the paper is bigger, longer. I didn't know that. I went and taught in Europe, and I took a bunch of handouts, and I get over there, and I'm like, where's the copier? And I couldn't, my paper was too small. I had to have somebody help me. Paper's different. Layout. You can have a header and footer. We'll learn how to put a header and footer in. Maybe not today, but the header will be at the top of the page, and then the footer is at the bottom, and then we'll have page numbering, which will automatically number a new page when you go from one page to the other, because you'll have to do page numbering. Plus, you'll have to put your name in there at the top of each page for the MLA formatting. Okay, did you guys do MLA formatting for your English class already, probably? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll review it. You might not know how to do it already. You'll do it again in Microsoft Word. Okay, let's hit cancel for now. You get the idea. I was going to use, which one? Narrow. I'm using this one. 1/2 inch all the way around. One of the difficult things about using Microsoft, what are we doing here? Word, is that it's not easy to position things. So, I'm going to struggle a little bit. You'll struggle. We'll try and do some ways of positioning things easier, and I'll show you what I mean. But first, let's bring in our picture. To bring in our picture, we're going to go under Insert, Picture. Did I not save it on the desktop, right? So Insert Picture. I'm going to go to the desktop. And I should have my nice drawing that I made somewhere in there. College for Kids, there it is. And we're going to insert it. It's going to be real big, but we're going to shrink it down. We're going to shrink it down. Once you put your picture in, you can put your cursor in the lower right corner, and you should get a cursor that turns into arrows that point in multiple directions. If you click and hold the mouse down, you can scale it. Scale it. So I'm going to kind of put it over here.
How do you move it?
Moving, like I said, is not very easy in this program. It wants either center, left, or right. Okay, so it's not like you can just position it. You can, there's text wrapping, position. There's ways of making effects on your picture. If you go to where it says picture format, so after you put your picture in, you should have something called picture format, where you can do things like put a border around your picture. You can add effects to your picture. You have like these kind of drop shadow kind of things in a drop shadow and a frame and a border. So again, if you have your text selected, you should have something called picture format, where you can add effects. Again, there's like a little box right there. And it kind of looks like an iPad here, doesn't it? Maybe we'll put it in an iPad-looking thing. Rounded box. Hey, there we go. College for Kids in an iPad-looking thing. Or if you don't like that one, you just choose another one. It'll automatically adjust it.
How do you zoom? Down there in the corner.
Down here is zoom. If you want to zoom in.
Yeah, like make your picture bigger.
Zoom out. If you want to make your picture bigger, you put your cursor along the edge down here on the bottom edge and drag bigger.
Have pictures
Or smaller.
flipped.
But you can't move it.
Using one of these things, did it flip it?
Like it's backwards. Like it says college for kids, but on the other side, in backwards writing.
Change picture. Reset picture. Try reset back to normal. Reset. This will take the effect you're applying off. This one's kind of cool though on an angle like that, isn't it? That one's kind of cool, isn't it? You guys got a picture? Is it still backwards even after you reset? Okay, if you put your cursor here. No, yeah, and then drag all the way across. No, that way. Keep going, keep going. There you go. There you go.
That was cool.
Look how big my picture came out.
I'm sorry. Click on the picture. And we're going to format. These are the effects of line. Yeah, that's good. Pictures. I like that. Okay, so everybody got, you can do all kinds of effects with your picture. I like I don't know why my child has red eyes though. Playing video games all night, right? Remember, College for Kids is for like middle school. Anybody do College for Kids here? None of you did College for Kids? Yeah, you did College for Kids? That's why we're still here. Anybody do middle college here? no college?
How about transfer? How about college transfer for kids?
I don't know. Transfer what?
College transfer.
I hope you're all transferring, right? You're all going to go. Berkeley, I want you all to go to Berkeley. Get in. Okay, I need every single one of you to get an A in my class. Everyone better get an A. I feel like I failed if you don't get an A. It's my fault, not your fault.
As long as you promise us an A, I'll promise you.
You'll do the work. So just do your homework and do good on the test. I give you all the answers. Then you get an A. That's all you have to do. Okay, you ready? We're going to put some text on here. You got the idea of how to make the picture nice and cool? Yeah?
Quick question. So
Uh-huh.
if you like input text here, it won't let me put my text again.
No, because it's a bitmap program, so it turned it already into dots. So the best thing would be to erase it, and then redo it. Yeah, because it's already converted it to a bitmap.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. You get the idea of all the cool things you can do with your picture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on. So over here on this side, I'm gonna put maybe some dates or summer 2015. Yeah, I'm sorry. Summer 2000. Now here's the problem. You click over here and you see the text I-bars all the way down there. You're like, flashing down here. Wouldn't it be nice if I could put text where I want it to be on the screen without having to be stuck in this world of the I-bar? Okay, so if you go over here to where it says Insert, okay, you'll see there's something called a text box right here. Do you see the one that says text box? Click on that. And then what I want you to do is say simple text box and click on the one that says simple text box. And you can then use this and move it around. It might need to be next to it, but there you go. You can move it next to your box. So if you don't want to be limited to the I-bar being where the I-bar is, the left, right, center, you can use the text box. Did you see where I found that? It was under Insert. It was under Insert. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. You get the idea. I'm going to retype the text. I said it was going to be summer, coming summer 2015 at West Valley College. Okay, then we will format our text. So type in anything you want, whatever. Something, type in something. You guys okay? Okay, let's reformat our text. Now there's a test question on the test that talks about how you make cool looking text inside of Word, and it's going to be called Word Art is the answer. I can't remember the exact question though. Something like how do you apply special effects, I think, to text, and it's called Word Art. That's this thing right here, Word Art Style. So there's a test question. So not everything. I'm just going to apply it to the top one right here, and I'm going to come over here. And remember, there was like all kinds of effects for your picture. There's all kinds of effects for your text. If you click on there, you get all these different ones. You see them here? These are called Word Art. So if you have, you can choose a Word Art, and there's actually more of them. I don't know why it's only giving me these. Again, you can change the size of the text by going underneath the home and font size here. I think we did that last class, right? Summer, S-U-M-M-E-R? Is it some? S-O-M-E? How do I spell summer?
S-U-M-M-E-R, but the only thing is though you got a capital, that's why that's blue line.
You would think it's smart enough to know what I'm thinking, right? Okay, let's try some other word art. Again, it's underneath format. This is Word Art here. Okay, there we go. And then the last one, let's format the bottom text here. The bottom text here. Oh, format. No, I don't want drawing. Here we go. And then Let's change the color. West Valley should be green, right? This is the color, this one. So if you choose a word, art, the effect here, this is the color here. And then under insert, we can choose, change the size. Here's the size. Okay, that's a nice title for the top of our newsletter. What do you guys think? Oh, I don't want a box. Is there a way we can turn the box off?
Are you turning green again?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Turning green one more time.
Green is this option right. So highlight your text, and this is the color of the text right here. Text fill. Text fill.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then the outline, no outline. So to turn off the line, if you don't want a line around your box, it's called shape outline. Shape outline. So try that. Okay, you want to pause for a moment? You guys want to take a little break? No, you just went outside.